Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Dominic. We're here to talk about unusual options activity. Alright, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The statements made in this programming are solely the opinion of the show and are not a specific inducement to making an investment. One must perform their own due diligence and advise all investments carry risk. There's no guarantee of profit. Alright, everyone, first one I want to bring up is Newmont. Now, if you look around here, this thing does not trade a whole lot of options. Pretty much no options in this month. Those are weekly, so. But you know, as I stated in the previous video, you know, sometimes I do my scans to pick up any option contract that trades 3,000 contracts and above. So that's what I did today, and we were able to pick up that there was about 3,500 contracts traded here of these September 80 strike calls. Now I jumped in these calls. As you can see, we have a position in these calls. You know, lately I've been doing a lot of vertical spreads, so I've been buying an at the money call, selling a directly out of the money call against the call that I bought. Now with this one, as I'm going to explain in a second, I think this is a catch-up trade here. You know, this thing has significantly underperformed the S&P material sector ETF. So you know, I felt comfortable jumping into these September 80 strike calls. Now this person's buying the 80 call. Mind you, the stock is at 68. So you know, I probably don't plan on staying in this one until September, because the stock will have to be above 80 on expiration for us to, you know, get any money back from this trade. So you know, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of a pop here, you know, above this previous high here of about 72. You know, as I just stated, this thing has underperformed the XME, the material sector ETF, you know, for quite a while. This thing has not made a new high since August of last year, while the XME has pretty much been making new highs every single day. I didn't see any apparent reason why this thing would be underperforming. I do know that they do have a part of their portfolio that is involved in gold mining, and you know, gold has been underperforming lately, so I can contribute some of this underperformance to gold. But you know, I think that gold is going to start taking off here, and I think gold is actually gaining some momentum. If you look at the chart, you know, it's starting to pick up some steam here. So I think Newmont is a good catch-up trade. They're a diversified miner. You know, they're in lead, zinc, gold, copper. So it's not just gold. You know, I'm not really too sure why this thing has been underperforming. I think a lot of people are just gonna, you know, assigning this, you know, they're just relating it to gold is down, so we're just going to sell Newmont, which I kind of think is incorrect. So next stock I want to bring up is PBR. Now this is a South American oil company. You know, as we know, South America right now, especially Brazil, is you know, going through another wave of COVID and getting hit pretty hard here. So you know, this stock has underperformed for quite a while. You know, if you notice a little bit of a theme here, you know, I'm trying to pick stocks that have underperformed, you know, where I'm seeing some call buying in, and you know, kind of get into some of these catch-up trades. So now there's 10,000 contracts that traded hands here, open interest of about 14,000. This is a pretty cheap stock here, so it does trade a lot of options. You know, I've been seeing you know, some nice options activity the last few days, so I jumped into this one today. I actually got some June calls, so I bought the 9 call, sold the 11 call against it. And I also got into some of these 2022 calls because I saw that there was some buying the other day, so I just decided to jump in today. You know, I figured that today was a fine day to get in, even though the stock was up a little bit. You know, as I just stated, you know, COVID is kind of, you know, making a mess over in South America. So you know, this stock has underperformed. You know, this is oil. But you know, I think that this stock is going to come back exactly like, you know, ExxonMobil and the XLE came back. You know, once the vaccine started to get heavily distributed in the USA, you know, most of the oil stocks came roaring back. So this is definitely a catch-up trade. I like this one. I'm in this one for the long term, and we will see what happens with this one, everyone. All right, thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. I really appreciate it. Make sure to keep showing the love. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you got any questions, and we'll see you in the next one, everyone.